Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Tea, and I'm T. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Lonnie. Hey, Marcy. How are you? Hey, Deidre. Hey, Cake Lady Chris. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all share, share, share. Hey, JK2674. Hey, Sophia. Hey, Hedda. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Dixie. Good morning. Great morning. Yes, yes, yes. Happy Friday. Aloha. You in Hawaii? Well, lucky you. Hey, Purple Kendall. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, TGIF. TGIF. Yes, so y'all know today is No Filter Friday. Hey, Regina, so I get to say whatever I want to say. No structure, no shame, no shade. I just get to say whatever I want to say on Fridays. No Filter Friday. Freestyle Friday, and I get to say whatever I want. How are you, Lonnie? So, good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to tell the men to be quiet today. So, if there are any men watching, just be quiet and listen. Just be quiet. Be quiet, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because this whole Aisha Curry thing, number one. And then I post, y'all know I have a movement, hashtag no side chicking, right? Where I encourage women to honor, guard, and respect each other's relationships. So in case you've seen my hashtag no side chicking logo, that is trademarked because somebody said it should be a play. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. And they were going back and forth. No, not that I'm offended or whatever, but hold up, that's trademarked. Hashtag no side chicken. So if you do go do a play, I'm gonna need my check and my munties and my coins because that is my movement and my ministry for women. Hashtag no side chicken, where I encourage women to honor God and respect each other's relationships in hopes that we can stop this infidelity problem, this infidelity epidemic that is destroying our homes and making us single mothers, that is stressing us out, that is causing our children anguish. So let me tell you why I said, men, please be quiet. So I posted the hashtag no side chicken and I said, if you are knowingly sleeping with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance, you have a lot of self worth work and a lot of self worth work to do and self love work to do. Because if you are knowingly sleeping with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance, sister, you got some issues. Something's not right inside of you. You know you sleeping with somebody, man. Something is really, really not right. And you really need to do some self work on yourself. You really need to ask yourself some questions. And you can call me and we can work that out too. You need to ask yourself some real questions like, why would I think that I don't deserve a man of my own? Why would I be a part of destroying somebody's family? So let me just get this straight because the man said, this is why I said, please, men, be quiet. Because when I posted hashtag no side chicken and I was addressing our sisters that we need to be better to each other, the man said, the man that commented said, ain't nobody forcing the man. Don't say, listen, don't say nothing, man, that is not productive when you see hashtag no side chicken because you should say that is a good thing. You should not be sleeping with somebody, husband, boyfriend, or fiance. Like not nobody is forcing the man. Because of course you're gonna say that. Men that say have comments that are counterproductive when I post hashtag no side chicken and I encourage women to not sleep with each other, others men, is a man who doesn't want us to get it right, ladies, because it's benefiting the men. When we knowingly sleep with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance, it's benefiting the men. It's not benefiting us. First of all, you're disrespecting yourself, ladies. You're disrespecting another woman and you're disrespecting a family. So the man is benefiting from that. So of course they don't want us to come together and honor God and respect each other's relationship. Not all men. I'm talking about the men that have a negative comment. Every time I post women stop sleeping with each other's men, every time I try to encourage women to let's be better to each other in this department. Because we have a whole bunch of women's empowerment powwows and let's get together and let's build these businesses and let's be bosses and let's be divas, but we'll sleep with each other's men. And nobody, the men don't, some certain men, I'm not going to say all men, because there are some good men out here that don't want women sleep, that don't want to sleep with another woman when they're married or they're in a relationship, that are committed. Hey, Sharon. But there are men who will discourage us and say, you're not a home wrecker because, a man, you can't wreck a man's home unless he wants to be going or whatever. No, no. Be quiet, my brother. Because would you tell your daughter that? Would you want another woman to disrupt your daughter's home? If your parents are married, this I'm talking to the men. If your mother and father are married, would you want a side chick to come in and disturb your mom's home? Would you want a side chick to come in and hurt your mother basically if it could be avoided? Would you want this sister? Would you say that? The man, would you put that comment if it was going on in your house with your mother and your father? Would you put that comment that the man ain't nobody forcing the man? No, you would want this woman to back off of your mother's. There shouldn't be a side. No, there should never be a side chick. Would you want somebody to do that to your sister? Would you? So sisters, I encourage you. And the men that say stuff that is counterproductive when we are trying to get ourselves right as women are the brothers who want their cake and eat it too. And they need to fall all the way back. All the way back. Because men should be encouraging us as women to be virtuous Proverbs 31 women so that we can be the women that we are called to be in the home. See, the problem is we have set the bar so low as women that we'll sleep with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance, and we'll listen to this foolishness that these foolish men will post up under a positive comment. It's freestyle Friday. Don't come for me, and I won't come for you. And like I told the brother on the comment when I said, he said, "Well, ain't nobody forcing the man." I said, "This is a movement. Hashtag No Side Chick is a movement. No side chicking is a movement to help women honor, guard, and respect each other's relationship. So your comment is irrelevant. Ain't nobody say nobody was forcing a man to do nothing. This is encouragement for sisters to stop sleeping with each other's men. It is hurting our children. It is destroying our homes. It is making us become more and more single mothers. It's making us have to be outside of the home to have more than one job to maintain a home because we have interjected ourselves or we have disturbed another woman's home. And now she has to leave her children to raise themselves because one of us, women, one of us is sleeping with her husband and she doesn't have a choice but to say either get the help you need or you need to leave. So now she's in the home and the children are not getting the proper support that they need. So they're joining gangs. Do you see the trickle down? See, we don't think about the big picture. We just think that another woman is sleeping with another woman's man and too bad for the wife. No, there's a whole trickle down here. These kids is out here killing each other. They have no type of sensitivity for each other. They have no empathy, no sympathy because they're not being raised by a nurturing, nourishing mother because mom is out here struggling and hustling to have two jobs to buy them the sneakers that they want because she don't want her kid to feel some white kind of way at school and she don't want her baby to be picked on and she want her baby to have the best. But it has all started based on the fact that another woman has slept with her man and the relationship has crumbled based on the fact of infidelity. And yes, men are accountable for their part. Yes, they are. Let's just put that out there for everybody to start saying, Trey, what about the men? Forget about the men, ladies. Forget about them and they trifling behavior. They need to get it all the way together. And I wrote a book, It's Healing Time, Men Hurt Too, to help them too. But this starts with us. We have an epidemic of infidelity. We have an epidemic of cheating. And one of the main problems, the main problem is us as women that we would knowingly, and I'm not talking about a woman who don't know or been deceived by a man because I didn't know he was married. I know he had a girlfriend, whatever. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the 90% of women, or let's say 70. I'm going to look up some percent of women who know because we know. And the other bad thing is when we find out, we stay with him. Well, I didn't know at the beginning that he had a wife, girlfriend, or fiance. But you found out and you're still sleeping with him. You found out and you're still degrading yourself. First of all, he lied to you. He's a liar. Second of all, he had unprotected sex with you. He's disrespectful. Third of all, he is neglecting his wife and his children to be with you. And you think that he's a good man? I'm sorry. That's why I said hashtag no side chicken. Women, if you are knowingly sleep with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance, you need some self-worth work and you need some self-love work and you need to do the work because you need to find out why you letting somebody treat you that way and why you will feel like second is best for you because I know second ain't best for me. And trust me, I'm not judging. I used to be you. I got here by way of doing the same thing, but I will never do it again. People say never say never. I'm saying never because I will never do it again. because I don't want nobody else's man. Because why would I want somebody? Why would I want a man that can't be faithful to his woman? And I had to go do the work because I needed to do some self-worth work and some self-love, and I needed to go back and figure out why in the world would you be with somebody's husband? What's wrong with you? Why would you be with? And you knew he was lying. What's something internally wrong with you, Trey? But I went and figured all of that out. I went and sat myself down and stayed by myself until I figured it out and said, why would you do that? Because you don't need to be with a man, another man, nobody man, your own man or nobody man, until you figure out why you would sleep with somebody's husband. Because that's not normal. That's very dysfunctional. It's very disrespectful. It's very disruptive. It's very home wrecker-ish. So I went and I found out what my problem was. And I went and I said, oh, you don't think you worth having your own man because of the things you've been through childhood, or what somebody told you, or your self-esteem issues. You thought all your life, people told you were so tall, you wasn't never gonna have a man, and so now you think, you got to prove to yourself that you can have a man. It was all kind of issues that I had to deal with. Hey, Seti. So again, hashtag no. Today is Netta's birthday. It's Netta's birthday. Y'all know I gotta sing the Netta. Y'all, Netta is my girl. So let me clear my vocals and sing to Netta. Let's all sing to Netta. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Break it down. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh yeah, happy birthday now. Hey Tech Geek, good morning, good morning, good morning. So again, back to hashtag no side chick. And ladies, the men who post negative comments and say a man ain't being forced and all, listen, a lot of men want their cake and eat it too. I'm not even gonna say most men, because that wouldn't be a true fact. A lot of men want their cake and eat it too. So they don't want us to get it together as women. They don't want us to respect each other's relationships. They want us to stay just the way we are. Backbiting, disrespectful, low self-esteem, so that they can say to you, I got a wife, girlfriend, or fiance, but this is not working out, or this is happening, or she ain't doing this, and you'll jump right on that because you don't know who you are. So that a lot of them want us to be stuck in that state of mind because they're getting what they want. Do you know how many men have 2 or 3 different women and the women know? This is just ridiculous. And the women will fight amongst themselves and argue for this man. It's rampant and it's disgusting. And as women, we have to stop. And that's why I have the movement hashtag no side chick. And I will continue to share, push, talk about, and tell women it's not them anymore. It's us. And women hate when I say that. When I talk at conferences and when I do lives and when I do women hate when I say it's not them anymore. It's us. The men are only doing what we allow them to do. If each and every one of us as a woman honor God and respected each other's relationships, we wouldn't be having these problems. There wouldn't be no infidelity. But women want to have point fingers and say, well, if it wasn't me, it would be somebody else. So that's what you think of yourself, that if it wasn't you, it would be somebody else. So you will put yourself in that position for it to be you, to be treated in a disrespectful manner, for a man to leave you after he sleep with you and go home to his wife or another woman. Sometimes it ain't even a wife, or to another woman, and leave you there and not call you for days. So you will say, if it wasn't me, it would be somebody else. But that's cool with you because what? Because you need help, because you don't know who you are. You need help because you have low self-esteem and you have voids. See, and let's talk about this Ayesha Curry thing. Ayesha said, it's strange that she doesn't get male attention anymore, or she don't get male attention, like when she walked down the street, or men don't holler at her, and everybody went crazy, like, oh my God, if Stephen Curry said that, everybody would be throwing him under the bus and telling their girlfriends, you need to leave him, he ain't this and he ain't that. No, that's really not true. because comparing the way men and women react to certain things or say is apples and oranges. First, let me say this, and this is just my opinion, and it's Freestyle Friday, no filter Friday. I get to say what I want to say. First of all, see, women will talk about things before we move on them. Not that Aisha is even thinking about cheating, because she's not. She had a vulnerable moment, and she said what all women are thinking. Aisha Curry had a vulnerable moment and said what all women are thinking. And if a woman telling you it don't matter if men give me attention, she's a liar. Because culture has taught us that our beauty, who we are, is based on the attention that we get from men. And we got to take that out of our mind. But it's been ingrained for years and years and years. Even with men, getting attention from men, from women, and women getting attention from men lets us know that we're still attractive, and we all want to be attractive, whether it's our personality, our beauty, our look. So she had a vulnerable moment and said, I feel some kind of way because I don't get attention from other men, which was totally innocent to me. So you got to be a low down, dirty, deep in your mind, cheating, expecting somebody to cheat person to think that wasn't an innocent comment. See, the difference between men and women is women will talk about it and will say, I don't feel like nobody pays attention to me. I feel ugly. I feel it's because we are communicators. We really are. See, men are not communicators. See, a man will act on the fact that he don't feel like women are paying attention to him. And this is just my opinion. And I'm not saying all men, but a lot of men. They'll act on it first and go and get the attention that they're craving or lack of attention that they're, and they'll go and move on it and sleep with another woman, right? They won't even have the conversation. See, by the time we find out he already done slept with two, three, four, or five women, because his ego then came into play and said, you know, women ain't checking for you. Women ain't hollering. So he'll go out in the clubs with his boys and do all of these crazy things and go out on a relationship and then come to the woman when the woman finds out and say, well, I didn't feel like women was paying attention to me. I felt some kind of way about myself. It had nothing to do with you. I'm so sorry. Can you please stay with me? See, they'll act on it. See, women, we don't. We'll talk about it. We'll say it out loud and we'll get crucified. Yes, some men are such attention seekers. Right. We'll get crucified for saying something that Aisha Curry said, that I don't feel beautiful anymore. Like, I feel kind of insecure right now because all these beautiful women are throwing themselves, these beautiful young women are throwing themselves on my husband. And I don't, I mean, she ain't say I don't think he's all that, but I don't think he's all that over me. Like, I mean, I think we're equal in intelligence. I think we're equal in looks. I think we're equal in how we carry ourselves in our businesses. But I just feel like no men don't pay attention to me. So what am I, chopped liver? I'm kind of feeling like chopped liverish right now because when I walk down the street, and all of us, all women, it's flattering when somebody says, hello, beautiful, or when somebody tries to talk to you. And I'm sure it's flattering for men too, but I'm speaking for women because a lot of women will say, well, I got my husband, my boyfriend, my fiance. I ain't thinking about nobody. You lying. Nobody's saying that you want to go sleep with somebody. Nobody's saying that you want to go out and cheat on your man. Nobody's saying none of that stuff. Nobody is saying that this is going to go any further than it's nice to feel wanted outside of your relationship. It's really is nice to feel that way, like somebody's still checking for you or you're still attractive. And the only way to know that you are still attractive is for somebody to say it. And sometimes, like I said yesterday, sometimes men get complacent in the home, and so do women, but we talk about men right now. Sometimes men get used to their girl, and then she becomes like a piece of the furniture. He get used to her. He walked past her. He used to tell her she was beautiful. He used to bring her flowers. He used to tell her all this nice stuff. But now that they're living or married together and been together for a long time, those things stop. So how will you know, even though we look in the mirror and we see something, how will you know that you're still desirable or still attractive if your man is not telling you, or if people are not? Even for women, we like when another woman tells us our hair looks nice, because we worked hard on our makeup. Girl, your face is beat. Oh, your face is beat to the gods. Oh, those shoes. Oh my God, where you get them shoes from? Girl, you've been working out. We want to hear that from some source. And usually in life, as we go along, whether we're married, single, engaged, it's complicated, all that. we still desire to hear that, and we're still human beings. So we are visual. So when we're walking down the street or at church or at wherever, the gym, the club, the grocery store, the park, the family, wherever we at, we're humans. So we're not looking to go out and cheat, but we do desire to be known, for someone to say, you look nice. And sometimes it's not going on in the home. Every day we all walk around and we all have insecurities. And it's okay. We all have insecurities. And when it comes to our appearances, we only get validation from outside sources. We can look in the mirror all day and say, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, and that. But we desire validation from other people because this is just life and this is just humans and this is just us, and it's not nothing wrong with that. And everybody going crazy on Aisha and saying that if Stefan said it, it would be this. No, if he said it, he said it. Like, but that's the problem. We would be happy if a man would be vulnerable in that fashion and say, I feel insecure that no women are checking for me. We would not see men want to say we would be. You can't speak for us as women. If my man said he felt insecure because women were not checking for him, I would not be mad at him. And my girls wouldn't say, "Oh, you need to let him go because he want other women to look at him." No, no, they wouldn't. We would have a conversation to say, "Well, that was real vulnerable of him to say that," and we all felt that way. Aisha Curry just said something that each and every one of us feels as a woman when nobody acknowledges us, and we are like, what happened? Am I not beautiful? I take care of myself. I work out. I do my hair. I don't leave the house looking crazy. And not one person, like in 2 years, even tried to get my phone number. Like, is everything okay with me? And like I said about her yesterday, she just had a baby. Like, she has 3 children. She's 30 years old. When you hit those marks, those crazy age marks, 30, 40, 50, it will send you in a tailspin. I'll be 50 years old in November. I don't want nobody. I don't want no other man. I really don't. I really don't. Because one isn't enough of y'all. That's what y'all need to understand too. One of y'all is enough. But if I walk down the street and a man gives me a compliment, something inside of me says, "Wow, thank you," and it says to me like, "Okay, you still doing the damn thing. You still good. Well, thank you so much. But I'm good. I got a man. Don't even ask me immediately. I got a man. But inside, it's like, oh, thank you. And we all need to be honest about that. Even when a man walks down the street and a woman says hello or a woman looks, it makes you feel some kind of way. It makes you feel like I'm still doing this. I'm still good. I'm 50, but I'm still good. That's all she was saying. She wasn't saying nothing else. Everybody, oh, she gonna cheat. No, she not. So y'all gotta stop it. Y'all gotta stop. And the men gotta stop trying to attack her to make it like this is a battle of the sexes. If a man said that, or no, listen to her because she's teaching you something about your wife, girlfriend, or fiance. That's all. So all the men that listened and said, "Is she this and is she? Oh my God, if a man," I need you to listen to her because this may very well. This is going on in your home. I'm telling you right now, every man should take a note from Aisha Curry and say, "Let me go home and tell my wife, girlfriend, fiance, you are beautiful. I know you had 2 kids, but your body's still banging, baby. And if nobody give you a compliment, I'm telling you." Okay, you got this. So take a note from her. Don't dog her out. Don't make it like she doing something wrong or she don't do that. We have to learn from other people's vulnerabilities because she is not she is if she no, all women. I said it. And women can sit here and pretend because they got a husband, boyfriend, or fiance and say, "No, not me, baby. No, I don't feel that kind of." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because for the rest of our lives, we're going to feel that way. Because every day we're getting older. Every day something is dropping, something is drooping, gray hair in the front of our head, and the men too. because men have midlife crises because of they feel like, oh my God, I'm getting old and I used to have muscles and I used to could play basketball like this and I was the man in high school and now women ain't checking for me. So they have a midlife crisis. Let's be honest here. And they go out and they leave their wife they've been with for 45 years for a girl that's 25 and you 60 and everybody think you going crazy. No, your insecurities have taken over. See, with men, insecurity and ego, when they collide, men act crazy. See, for women, when insecurity sets in, we want to have conversations about it so that we don't go crazy. Because this is what happens when a woman does not communicate and she bottled up. It allows for predators because a predator could smell it a mile away on a woman when a woman is feeling insecure or things. A predator, they could smell it a mile away. So if your wife, girlfriend, or fiance, if your wife are really communicating and saying things out loud, you're a lucky man. Because the worst thing to be around is a woman who has shut down and is not saying anything. That's a recipe for disaster. That is a landmine. That is like walking through a landmine and something's going to blow up somewhere. So if you have a woman who is communicating and articulating the way that she is feeling, you are lucky. Now, Aisha, like she said, I've always been painfully honest. I'm going to say what I got to say. That is good because women who are bottled up and ain't saying stuff, they already on a plan of doing something destructive. Because that's what happens when you're a pressure cooker. When you're a pressure cooker, when you pressure cooking, when the pressure is being pushed and pushed, it's not going anywhere. Eventually, it's going to erupt in the wrong manner. So we should be communicating these things, ladies. Right? That's the problem, men don't. And the thing about it is, we are supposed to be able to share our vulnerabilities. We are supposed to be able to share our insecurity. This is why women say, that's why I don't say nothing. That's why I keep to myself. That's why, I don't have no women friends and blah, blah, blah. Because as soon as this woman had a vulnerable moment and told the truth, all of these women came out talking about how trifling she is and why would she say that and all this. And a man, y'all need to go somewhere and sit down. We won't jump on y'all when it comes to men issues, but don't ever jump on us when it comes to women issues because you could never ever understand how it feels to be a woman. And we can never understand how it feels to be a man, but you could never understand the pressure of being a woman, especially after having childbirth and after years and gaining weight and losing weight and what society tells us is beautiful and all this social media likes and these models out here, these Instagram models. And we all listen, and to my sisters out here, I see these little Instagram models and I'll be like, my body was banging like that when I was 25 too, and yours ain't gonna be banging forever. So I'm not intimidated, but if I had not done the work on myself, I could very well be intimidated and think that my man would want somebody outside of me. But I'm not intimidated because I could pull up the pictures when I had a flat stomach before I had children. We all did. I had a six pack. All kind of stuff was going on. We didn't have Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all this other stuff. So you can't find those pictures, but they in my bin. So we're in a society right now where we are being taught to compete for men. So this is why I do what I do as a woman, and I do hashtag no side chicken because we ain't in competition because we have the power, ladies. We don't have to compete. We have the power. If we just use it in the right way and not sleep with each other's men, we could change the dynamic of this whole situation for ourselves. There will be less single mothers. Men would have to do what they say they're going to do. But we do the opposite and we give men a safe place to go to when they're not doing what they're supposed to do in the home. We let them come to our house and kick their feet up and eat steak and we cook for them and they ain't took care of the business at home with their wife, girlfriend, or fiance. And he telling you that she's acting crazy and she doing this. Yeah, because he didn't pay the bills. Or he in the house yelling and screaming at her. Or he's not communicating. Or he's not doing what he's supposed to do as a man. But he at your house and you're rewarding him for his poor behavior. Don't you get that? Like, how many women on here, how many of us complain at home when both people are doing what they're supposed to do? None of us. We don't complain when a man is doing what he's supposed to do. We reward him. And half of us reward him when he ain't doing what he's supposed to do when he come from your house. Because we feel like we don't have no choice. So we still got to sleep with him after he came from your house. Or we still got to cook for him because we don't want him to leave. So we got to stop. So women who think that this man is coming to your house because his girlfriend, his wife, or his fiance is the problem, don't you see that that's a problem right there that he's at your house? Don't you see? She yelling and screaming because he not coming home at night because he at your house. And if it was your man, wouldn't you be yelling and screaming if he didn't come home at night? Or if he wasn't sleeping with her anymore? Because he's sleeping with you, he too tired to sleep with her because he's sleeping with you. Wouldn't you be? Of course she is bugging out. Of course she's like, what's the problem? What's going on? What happened? What are you doing? Where have you been? Of course. So stop acting like you don't get it, like you don't have a clue. Right. So stop acting like ladies who are side chicks. Stop acting like you don't have a clue. You have a clue. And then when you get him, you do the same thing, and then he move on to the next unsuspecting woman. And then, ladies, stop. We have the power to change the world by simply honor, guarding, and respecting each other's relationships. We really do. I have the power to change the world if somebody's husband comes to me and say, "Listen, hey, how you doing? Yeah," and I see a ring, and I'm like, "Why are you talking to me? You married?" He say, "You know, it ain't what it is. My wife this and she that," and I engage in that conversation. There's two things I'm gonna do. I'm either going to send that man home and encourage him to do the right thing, to say, "Yo, dude, because we could do this because he's talking to you, so you have his attention. Yo, dude, go home. I don't even do like that. You shouldn't even want to do that to your wife. You have children. Cheating is a form of abuse, and if you are about to sleep around on your wife, you're abusive. If you have children, you're a child abuser." Or I could go and say, "Oh, okay, well, let's go have a drink," and I could help him wreck his home. No, he's not twisting my arm. And yes, it is my decision. And but still, I am helping wreck the home because regardless of what people say. If he didn't let her, she couldn't yet. Well, she has a decision in it and she has a hand in it too to say no. And so many people don't get that. Yes, cheating is abuse. It's mental and emotional abuse. It's worse, and I'm not gonna say it's worse than a man put his hands on you, but it's up there with that. It's just as bad for somebody to cheat on you, to steal your ability to trust yourself. Cheating takes away your ability to trust yourself. Cheating emotionally damages people. Cheating makes people put up walls and not be able to be vulnerable ever again with another person. That's not fair to do that to somebody. Cheating makes a person put up a wall for the rest of their lives. Even when they get into a relationship with somebody, they can't be 100% vulnerable, and that is not fair because of something that somebody else did. We have to be mindful of what we're doing to a person when we commit adultery, when we commit infidelity, when we teach our children not to trust when there are children involved in a relationship with this infidelity. We teach our children to put up walls for the rest of their life. They never can fully trust somebody because they saw their father cheat on their mother or their mother cheat on their father. So they go into adult life believing that I can't trust anybody. So I have to put a wall up, even if they find the perfect soulmate, the perfect person for them, the person that would never do anything to hurt them. They can't 100% trust that person because of what they've seen in their home. So we act like infidelity is not this big thing. It's huge because it ruins so many lives in the process. It ruins a child's life at 5. They never get to fully live. Isn't that sad? So, side chicks, women, I want us to get this because we want our children to be able to have a healthy relationship, to leave home and be able to trust, and they can't. They can't. They leave the house not trusting. How sad is that? The one thing I love is when I can fully trust. There's a peace with trust. And when I got cheated on, that peace was taken away from me. And for a long time, I didn't trust nobody. And it was horrible because I was always thinking in the back of my mind, get them before they get me. Don't be vulnerable. Don't put your guard down now. Something's going to happen to you. I was always expecting the best, but preparing for the worst. Like, that's not a good life. Waiting for the guillotine to drop. No, there's freedom and trust. There's freedom and integrity. There's freedom and honesty. And we need more of that. And like I told one young lady, she said she don't trust nobody. I said that's a horrible way to live. I trust everybody until you give me a reason not to, and then I walk away. Cause I don't even want to be bothered if I can't trust you. Cause for what? There's no peace. There's no peace when you can't trust a person. And we all can be loyal. All of us. It's just that simple. So I gotta go. It's 8:34. I love y'all though. But to the man that said when I posted hashtag no side chicken, and I said to the women, if you are sleeping with somebody's man, you got some self worth and some self worth and some self help work that you need to do. And he said nobody's twisting a man's arm. Go have several seats, please, because that is not a good response to hashtag no side chicken. Every person in this world should say hashtag no side chicken. No woman should be sleeping with nobody else's man. And no man that is married should be sleeping with another woman. No man that is in a committed relationship where you're telling another person that you're committed to them and that this is a monogamous relationship and it's only you and me, that you should be sleeping with another woman. So if you are, I'm not trying to shame you. I'm saying do better. That's all. Do better because you can. Because you should not even be able to sleep at night when you're doing something wrong. It's called integrity. Okay? It's called, having a heart, having a spirit. Love and appreciate you. It's kickboxing day at the gym. Oh, good. I'm off on Fridays from the gym. I don't go to the gym on Fridays and Sundays. And thank God. Because Mark, the trainer, kicked my... He took... Yo. And I went to the gym yesterday after he trained me on Wednesday. And I couldn't even really... I did a light, heavy workout because I just really couldn't, because he really made me do some stuff that pushed me past my limits. But I'm okay. I didn't even have to go work out yesterday, but I did. But I'm off on Fridays and Sundays, thank God. And then I take my boot camp class on Saturdays. I'm excited about that. So I got to go. I love y'all. Love yourself. Love yourself enough to do the right thing. Love, hashtag and tweet that. Love yourself enough to do the right thing. Because when you do the wrong thing, it doesn't say anything about anybody else. It speaks loudly about the content of your character. So love yourself enough to do the right thing. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts? You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And remember Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Go to my website, www.treykearney.com. Join the recovery room. If you need to get your whole life together, join the recovery room. It will teach you some wonderful things that needs to happen. Copyright that, sister. I know that's right, girl, because people be stealing. But anyway, so go to my website, get your book. It's Healing Time, Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity. And it's Healing Time, Men Hurt Too. The book is around here somewhere. And I will see you guys on Monday for hashtag Coffee with Tea at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's me. Peace. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. Do something great for yourself, okay? Love